Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews, the channel where bots get rated and fans get hyped. Well, what figure are we reviewing today? Well, it's a surprise figure because we are going to review the Takara Transformers 40th Selection T-Spark LIO Convoy from the Beastwars 2nd universe. And oh my gosh, this is a beautiful piece, a beautiful product from Takara themselves, and I love this figure. Really cool. But is he truly worth having in the collection? Well, let's check him out, shall we? Let's go! And of course, before we take a look at the figure itself, we need to take a quick look at the packaging. Look at this packaging. It's a beautiful packaging. It's very, it looks old. It looks like the original packaging for the original LIO Convoy figure from a long time ago. And that is so cool. You see all the Japanese wording and all that stuff. I don't even know what that says. We got LIO Convoy on the front of the box, looking awesome. 40th Selection and all that stuff. 40 Transformers. I love how they made the Decepticon symbol and Autobot symbol make the number 40, which is pretty cool. And all stuff that I cannot read and all that stuff. T-Spark, Cybertron, Maximal symbol, takaratomy, all that stuff. And I got LIO Convoy. Transform! Yes, right. There we go. And got all this stuff. It can do this, that, and the other, and all. Yeah, you can do that. And on the back of the box, we got the obligatory product shots. All this I cannot read. I'm pretty sure that's a bio. A very long bio that I cannot read. And I'm pretty sure this says his name. I don't know. But you know, it's LIO Convoy in robot mode and in his lion mode. And that is, oh, we got more here, more things. Lion mode, robot mode, all that stuff. And boom, there you go. That is basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have the 40th Selection LIO Convoy, fully transformed into his beast mode. And as you can see, he is obviously a retool of the Legacy Evolution Beast Wars universe Leo Prime, aka LIO Convoy. And this time around I'm gonna call him LIO Convoy for the whole of this video because his name is LIO Convoy, not Leo Prime. Anyway, only in the US they called him Leo Prime because he's technically Optimus Prime in lion form, you know? He's basically that. But anyway, so basically what they retooled here is the entire lion face sculpt because the Legacy Evolution version, the lion face was kind of derpy, and and no pupils either, and that was weird, and no, and and that was kind of, yeah, hilarious that the Legacy Evolution version had a very derpy lion face sculpt. But this time around, they retooled the entire lion head to make it more anime accurate this time around, and you can see here next to the animation model from the anime itself, and yeah, very anime accurate, I will say. They did a really fantastic job with the retooling here. Very well done. You can see all the gold paint for the mane right here, which is beautiful. The mane does something else, but I will show that off in a little bit. You can see the tongue is painted, the teeth are even painted. You can see even on the top here of the jaw, they even molded some extra teeth, which is pretty cool. They didn't have to do that, but they did it, and that's amazing. Nice black paint for the eyes, and black paint for the nose and everything. See, now he has pupils. Got nice some gold claws and everything. Got like a goldish, bronze-ish tail, and got these things just sticking out, which is, yeah. And yeah, overall the lion mode just looks very good in my personal opinion. It looks so much better than the Hasbro version, I will say. Looks so much better. Now, articulation wise in lion mode, there's not much to write home about. The jaw can open and close, which is pretty cool. You do have a swivel right here a little bit there. You can move the claw, the front paws up and front and back like so. These legs here, I'm gonna save the articulation for robot mode because it's pretty much the same thing, because it moves out, you know, this swivel here, ankle tilt there, and all that stuff, and the tail can move down and up a little bit if you really wanted to move. And that's basically it for the articulation in lion mode. What you see is what you get. There's not much to write home about with the articulation in lion mode, and I almost hiccuped there, sorry. But anyway, let's move on to the most important size comparison for today, and that is with the Hasbro Legacy Evolution version of the character. And yeah, the Takara version is legit way better. Just look at that beautiful face. That's a beautiful face, isn't it? It's a beautiful head sculpt. I love it. This one, they tried to be realistic about it, and yeah, it ended looking very derpy, and that's not great. I mean, it still looks good, but no pupils. Ooh. That's scary. That is scary. Lifeless eyes, man. Lifeless eyes. Anyway, so. But yeah, the Takara version just looks way better. Like, they re-sculpted the entire lion head sculpt, and I am very happy about that. And I'm sure my friend BC is happy about this because he's been wanting this one right here, but I keep torturing him with this figure. It keeps flexing on him, and it's hilarious. But anyway. So, there you go. That is pretty much it for the ultimate comparisons right here. Now, LIO does come with accessories of his own. He only comes with these two guns, and you can see they're nicely molded, and they are painted with some red here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, got nice two little guns right here. Now you can store these in the lion mode. You can just plug this on top. There are two slots on top for these two tabs right here, and you just plug it on top there, and boom, now the lion has guns sticking out on the top there. Now on the box, it basically, you can actually give him like a battle mode kind of deal here, so you can actually just flip out these things right here and just open this up, just flip this out, and there you go. That's technically the battle mode thing, which is weird, but you know, hey, it's a thing that you can do. But you know what's the best part about this lion mode here? Let me remove these guns so that we can show it off. You know what's the best part? The best part is that you can actually flip this up, open this up, and flip this down, and yeah, there you go. You can do that. I'm gonna show off the gimmick once we get into robot mode, because it's easier to show it off in robot mode. But you can basically just fan out the mane like that in lion mode, which is pretty cool. I do quite like that. Yeah, very nice. You can actually fan out the mane like that, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, just put this back into the proper lion mane. The configuration. There we go. Not sure I got everything tabbed in. There we go. Everything tabbed in. Alright, so there you go. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it for the lion mode itself. So without further ado, let us transform this lioconvoy into his robot mode. So now the transformation on this guy is pretty similar to the Hasbro version because it's the same mold. So first things first, you want to untab these front paws here. Just untab them from the sides here. Just untab them from the sides. Get that free. You want to open up the mane here so that you have your clearance to do this. You want to take this entire butt section here. You want to untab it just like so, and this will untab as well. You have to bring this over just like that, and then flip the tail in just like so, and there you go. And then this section here just is on a double hinge. Just bring this back like so, get that free, and then you can take the arms here, the robot mode arms, just untab them from the lion main and free that up. Split this section as well. Just bring the arms out just like that. And now we can deal with the legs. So the legs are very easy. Just bring the legs down just like so. And you want to straighten up the legs, straighten up the knees, rotate them at the thigh, rotate it at the foot here, and then give him his heel spur. And there you go, there we have a leg all done. So do the same thing on the other side. Just bring this leg down, rotate it at the thigh, rotate it at the bottom here, flip out the heel spur, and boom, there you go, we got to the legs all done and ready. So I need to raise up the camera because he is getting tall. There we go. And also zoom out a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, so this section here, just bring this down just like that, and now you can flip out the head just like so, slide this forward, and then rotate this 180 is the very tight swivel there. Ooh. And rotate the head 180 as well, and then bring this back like so. And now what you want to do here is just bring this down. There is a tab that would go into a slot right in there. Just tab that in, and then you bring the chest piece closer. Don't tab it in yet because we need to bring this side in first. So just make sure that everything is tabbed in. So tab that in like so. Tab that in, and now you can bring the chest piece in like so. Tab that in first because these two tabs will go behind these two notches right in there. So just tab that in just like so, and then we got the chest all done. Now for the arms, you want to flip out the fist just like that, and then rotate at the bicep like so. And then the front paws here, you want to rotate 180 and then flip this back like so. And there you go, there we have an arm pretty much all done and ready. And now you want to do the same thing on the other side. Flip out the fist, rotate it at the bicep, rotate it at the front paw, and rotate it like so. There we go, flip this up, and boom, there we have his arms pretty much all done. So the body is pretty much all done, so now we need to situate the shoulder pads here. So just this section here, you want to you see this is on a rotational hinge here, so just rotate it. You have to bring the arms forward so that you have your clearance, and you want to just bring this up like so, and you want to rotate all this around just like so. Just rotate all this around and bring this down just like that, and then bring the shoulder pad around like so. Whoops, you have to flip in the tail. There we go. And just bring down the arms just like that. And oh, wait, hold on. We don't want to show that off yet. Anyway, you have to situate the mane first. You have to tab this in first. Tab that in. Bring this down like so. Now, just like the Hasbro version, this is on a slider here, so you can actually slide this in to get it closer, but me personally, I just like to slide this out to get it further from the head so it's not bumping into the head. But there you go. I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo, we are done. So there you go. There is Lio Convoy, fully transformed into his robot mode. And it looks exactly like the Legacy Evolution version, doesn't it? Because it is the same mold, but he looks really good. It looks very nice and anime accurate. Just looks very well done in my personal opinion. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that very beautiful head sculpt. So let me get the light in so you can see the head. There we go. Very nice. So you can see it's a nice metallic blue paint for the helmet. Nice silver paint for the mouth plate, the ears, and the head crest there. Nice yellow paint for the eye, well, gold paint for the eyes, which looks very cool. Yeah, nice primey head sculpt. It looks like Optimus Prime, doesn't it? Metallic blue paint on the chest there. Got the silver maximal symbol. and you can see the silver paint on the abs, very nice. Gold and metallic blue paint, nice sheen to it. And even the hands, the fists with the metallic blue paint there, which is pretty cool. Got some nice paintwork on the shins there. And yeah, looks very good, I will say. Looks great as far as I'm concerned. And you can see the lion head there. And now these are actually anime accurate as well. So no complaints about that. But all in all, it just looks very good, very nice, anime accurate. Just looks great. Just looks great overall. Just beautiful. Anyway, so as far as articulation goes, you can have the head go a full 360. Can't really look up. You can't look down. You have to move this out of the way to accommodate the arm movement. So the arms can actually kinda rotate. They could rotate a full 360, but you know, this thing is kinda getting in the way. So you have to bring this up all the way like that, so you can have your full 360 rotation there. The arms can move in and out. You do have a bicep rotation. You do have an elbow over 9, about 90 degrees of bend there. Nothing at the wrist, but the fist can actually move downward due to transformation. You do have a waist rotation. Legs can move up that far, can move back that far. They can do the full splits, thigh swivels. Got a knee joint, technically a double, well, not really a double jointed knee. There's a single jointed knee there, but if you move this forward, you can break the knee if you want to. Hey, it's a thing that you can do. You do have rotation right there at the foot there, and you do have some ankle tiltage right there. So he is pretty poseable. Yeah. Maybe he could have used wrist swivels, I don't know. But, you know, hey, it's a thing. It's a thing. But there you go. That's the articulation with this figure. So now let's talk about the lion mane here. I kind of showed it off accidentally when I was transforming it. But let's come back to the lion mane here, because the lion mane does something very cool. I wasn't expecting to see this happen on this figure, but man, it happened, because the lion mane has the ability to spin. Whoa, it can spin. Yo, that is so freaking cool. It can spin just like the original toy. The Hasbro version can't do that, but this Takara version can actually do the whole spinning mane gimmick thing, and that is so cool. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite part of the figure, is that the mane can spin. It has the ability to spin very freely, and that's a very formidable weapon there. I love that. Very cool. The figure does some other things, other cool things, you know, hey. You do have these things that you can actually flip out if you really want to. You can flip these out. You can actually plug the guns into these things. So you can just plug this into that if you really want to. Hey, it's a thing that you can do. Hey, don't fall on me, lioconvoy. So you can just plug this there if you want to. Hey, it's a thing that you can do. It looks totally ridiculous, but it looks cool too. So hey, so yeah, I really like that. That's very nice. Another thing that you can do with this figure is that you can give him some extra claws. So you can actually rotate this down and rotate this around, and then flip this out. So there you go, we got that going on. You can do it on the other side as well if you really want to. But yeah, so that's pretty cool that you can actually do this with lioconvoy. Yeah, very cool. And they actually retooled this to be a little bit longer than the Hasbro version, which is very nice. So yeah, let me put this back. There we go. Let's put this back. There we go. Alright, there you go. Now, another thing that this figure can do is that you can actually store the accessories in robot mode. So how you do this, you can flip this back piece up and reveal some connection bits right here. There's a slot, there's a tab that's meant for these tiny little guns. So let me just quickly just tap this back in, tap this in, and it's quite hard to do when the camera is on. There we go. and just tap that in, and boom, you can give him some back guns. So the thing you can do. And one more thing, oh, there's so many things with this figure. One more thing is that this guy has a matrix inside him, so you can actually open this up and it reveals his matrix. So that is pretty cool, and yeah, very nice, nicely detailed as well, nicely painted. Let me zoom in so you can see it. There we go, nicely detailed, nicely painted all around, and yeah, it looks very good, very nicely done in my personal opinion. So there you go, you can reveal a matrix inside him. So alright, so let us bring in a size comparison. And here we have the Takara 40th Selection LIO Convoy compared with the Hasbro Legacy Evolution LIO Convoy, or Leo Prime as they called him. And yeah, between the two, I like the paintwork on this figure a lot better, because you can see on the Hasbro version this was left unpainted, where this one they actually completed that section there. So yeah, right there, major improvement. They did remold these bits right here as well. You can see this is quite different. They also remolded this section here, so now it is longer than the claws on this thing right here. Of course, the lion head is different. You know, they remolded this as well, and but other than that, everything else remains the same. But yeah, overall, the Takara version just looks a lot better, just looks leaps and bounds better in terms of the paintwork, the lion head sculpt. It just looks wonderful, and the gimmicks on this figure, there's a lot more that you can do with this compared to this. So, but you know, even though that this version does have that, so that's cool too, but I prefer the spinning main gimmick, because that's the best part of this figure. Yeah, beautiful. So, but there you go, that is pretty much it for the Robot Mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Takara Transformers 40th Selection T-Spark LIO Convoy from Beastwars 2nd. And yeah, this is a fan-freaking-tastic figure in my personal opinion. A great retool of the Legacy Evolution Voyager class Leo Prime in my personal opinion. The robot mode looks excellent. The lion mode looks excellent as well. I mean, that new lion head sculpt, mwah, chef's kiss, beautiful, I will say. And so many gimmicks with this figure, like the spinning lion mane gimmick. That's my favorite part of this figure. Beautiful. Articulation is really well done, or maybe it could have used a bit more hand articulation, but other than that, articulation is really well done in robot mode. Lion mode, not so much, but robot mode is where the articulation really shines, in my opinion. Transformation, it works well, it's very smooth, it's easy to do, so I got no issues with the transformation there. And yeah, overall, a great figure in my personal opinion, and I will say a worthy figure in the collection in my personal opinion. Me likes, I love it. So if I had to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give him a solid, perfect score of a 10 out of 10. I got no issues with this figure, no issues whatsoever. Everything just works so well with this figure, and just very well done. Better than the Hasbro version any day. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Great figure, great piece here. So alright, so that is pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed this review, be sure to click that like button down below, give it a thumbs up, yay! And of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will never miss any of my future videos. And of course, you can always check out my, I don't know what playlist you can check out, because this is the Takara figure, so no playlist here. so yeah, that is pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Takara Transformers 40th Selection T-Spark LIO Convoy, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out till all of one, and I'll see you guys next time. LIO Convoy!
Hey, JJ, buddy. Hi, how you doing? Stop flexing on me and tormenting me with this thing before I end you.
Okay, I know you're angry, BC. I know you're angry. Okay, alright, okay, please. No, leader, the viewers must subscribe to support the cause.
Optimus, they know that, but sometimes you've gotta ask with style. Hey you, yeah, you watching. Smash that subscribe button, or Prime is giving a speech. Again.
I heard that.
Good. Now hit the button before he starts quoting the covenant of Primus.